Some protesters burned bins and clashed with police in Paris during a demonstration that was otherwise peaceful. Thousands of students and public sector workers once again in the street, angry with French President Emmanuel Macron's pension reform and his government's decision to force it through Parliament by decree.
Maybe the government is finally starting to hear that many French people are against this reform and against Macron for not listening.
The reform raises the retirement age from 62 to 64, which we don't want, and forcing it through Parliament proves that there is no more democracy in France.
Protesters want the government to scrap the reform, but Macron says the changes are necessary to sustain the country's pension system for future generations. This is the 10th nationwide strike since the beginning of the year. And for now, it's hard to see how the deadlock between the trade unions who are leading the protests and the French government will end. One of France's main trade union leaders says it's time for mediation.
They need to suspend raising the retirement age to 64. That's what angers people most. Then over the next month or so, we should appoint mediators so everyone can say what they want.
A plan swiftly rejected by the government.
We can talk to each other directly. The president has already said he's ready to receive the unions once the constitutional courts approve the new law.
Macron could sign the bill into law within weeks. Reforming the pension system was one of his campaign promises, but the changes have come at a cost, as anger against them isn't subsiding. Natacha, Butler, Al Jazeera, Paris.